everybody, this is Christine from Healthy Living with a Disability, and today we have a taco soup demonstration for you. So I'm going to be demoing a recipe of how to cook taco soup. But before we get started, I'm going to ask you to like this video, hit that notification button, subscribe to my channel, and comment below on the other recipes you'd like to see on this channel so that I can get them uploaded for you. And don't forget to check out Disability Designs, etc. The link will be in the comments for this shirt and other wonderful designs that are focused on disability awareness and inclusion. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I have some ground beef. I have a pound of ground beef that's already been browning just a bit in my pot here. And I have to move my my heat up. Guys, just remember that your heat knob is your friend. So we're gonna keep an eye on that. The other thing I have here, which I'll be going through the recipe ingredients with you in just a minute, is the recipe ingredients behind me. So one of the things that you're gonna wanna do when you're cooking with a disability or not, is a good idea is to have your ingredients ready to go. So I have here, which I'm gonna go ahead and put in my pot, I have about 2 tablespoons of garlic powder. I know that looks like a lot, guys, but this is gonna be a lot of food. I also have 2 tablespoons onion powder, and I'm sorry, they're in 2 different containers today, so I know it looks like a lot, but trust me, it really isn't. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start to brown this meat, and be careful to make sure that I am maintaining food safety. And I'm just gonna brown real quick. I'm gonna adjust the heat in a minute. I'm gonna put it up to medium high, but I'm gonna be careful with what I'm doing here, guys. Okay, again, food safety. So here we are browning our meat. And then I'm also gonna go ahead, hang on with me one second. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna add some water, just a little bit of water, to the bottom of the pot. I also want to tell you, while I'm sharing this recipe with you, is don't forget to go check out Amazon. I have a cookbook. It's called Cooking with Ease, Your Guide to Cooking with a Disability. I will also leave that link in the description below for you guys to go and check it out. I'll also get you this recipe, and I'll share with you my newly created meal prep guide. I'll share the link in the description below. But go ahead and look, here comes the sizzling, and we're just gonna bring this up a little bit. I'm just making sure that this meat is browning. It's gonna be about 5 to 7 minutes. Okay, and one of my tricks that I like to do, and I'll show you in a second here, is I'm breaking up this meat really, really well. I'm gonna actually go ahead, and you can hear that sizzle happening, right? I'm also going to go ahead, I have, again, some garlic powder, some onion powder in here, and I hear that sizzle. I have 1 packet of Old El Paso taco seasoning that I'm gonna go ahead and add in here, guys. Oh my God, it smells so good. So I'm gonna put this to the side just for a second. I hear that sizzling. I wanna make sure this meat doesn't burn. So I also have, which is what I started to use, right now it's just some water, but I think it's about 16 ounces of water. I'm gonna be generous with this water. Well, generous, I'm gonna be careful, I should say. But I'm gonna use all this water because we're making a soup. So I'm gonna just add a little bit of water bit by bit. I'm gonna stir it again. Oh my God, this just smells so good, guys. So I'm gonna incorporate the seasoning carefully, right? Because this is hot. This pot is moving all around on me. So I'm gonna be careful. And this is one of my family's favorite meals. It's like a quick meal that you can make under 30 minutes for a nice cool day. I like to make lots of soups during the winter time. This is, again, one of our favorites because it's so good, and then it's also a quick prep. I'm gonna add a little bit more water, right? And I know that looks like a lot, but I'm also gonna add, I have a 15-ounce can of diced tomatoes. I like the fire roasted tomatoes, and these are diced fire roasted with some garlic in them. I love canned items. I really think you can do a lot with them. So it's a great idea to have them on hand. And I'll talk to you more about that in a little bit, right? So I'm gonna just stir this real quick. And this meal comes together very quickly. So you just have to really make sure that you're A, watching the stove right once we start preparing something, and then B, to make sure that that food, that meat is getting browned. It's about 5 to 7 minutes before it's brown. Now I'm gonna add here real quick, and remember guys, I said, and actually, I'm gonna go ahead and cover this and let it get a little bit cooked, and we'll be back. So we're back, and this is what the pot and the food is going to be looking like. This is about 4 to 5 minutes after it's had a chance to start boiling, or simmering rather. It's on medium high, and again, you're going to be careful, very careful with your heat controls, okay? So now I'm going to continue to add just a couple more ingredients for my food, and then I'm going to put it to boil. We're almost going to be there. And ready to plate. So I am gonna add, I just have a couple different kinds of kidney beans. I like the color difference, so I have a dark red kidney bean. It's been drained, so I don't have any of the fluid that comes with the actual kidney beans. I have some that don't want to go in there, but that's what happens when you're really cooking. There we go. You jumped in there. And then I have a light red, well actually, before I do that, right, I want to stir this because I don't want this food to burn. And what I find is that you're better off every time you're going to add an ingredient, I would stir, just so the food gets properly incorporated. So there were my dark kidney beans, and you can use any dark kidney beans that you like. I happen to use my store-bought kidney beans, but if you have a particular brand that you like to use, then go ahead and do that. These are the light red kidney beans, also store-bought, but that's okay. And oh, I was gonna say also drained, they are. And then, this is getting a little happy, so I'm gonna lower the heat. The heat control panel is your friend. You can move that up and down as needed. What I'm gonna do now is I found these beans, and Bush is not sponsoring this video, but if they wanna call me and sponsor a video, they can let me know. Because I love the Bush's beans, black seasoned recipe beans, and I use that in this recipe. I use that in a couple other recipes as well, but I believe in using canned items, particularly beans. Oh, look at this. I have a bunch of beans that are stuck on the bottom. So let's see how this is gonna work out, guys. Now, I was gonna use this water, right? But I'm gonna try to do a little sneaky thing and get some of these beans out of here like this. Let's see if it works out. Oh yeah, and it did, right? So there we go. These are also 15-ounce black kidney beans. And I will get you the recipe also. I will put it in the description for you, because I'm sure that you guys are going to want to know. Or maybe what I'll do is I'll get it to you, to my website. Anyhow, I'm going to just stir this, right? Oh my goodness, look at all this color. All this color and all of this flavor that you have going on here. It looks real chunky. So the next thing I need to do, right, is add the rest of this water, because it's a soup, and I find that it's going to come to a boil and simmer now, so it's going to need all that time. And then what I'm going to add also is some chicken broth. This is 32 ounces of chicken broth, guys, so I'm going to go ahead and add that to my recipe. And I'm sure I mentioned, or if I didn't before, it's really important when you're cooking, especially when you're cooking or cooking with a disability, that you prep all of your ingredients prior. So, and I'm gonna be careful that I don't splash myself with this. You could also use beef broth with this. That works as well. I just like to use the chicken broth, but you can also use a beef broth with this. Or you could use a vegetarian or a vegetable broth with this as well. And so there went all of my fluid, right? My chicken stock and a little bit of water. And it looks like a lot of water, guys. If you go ahead and look, it looks like a lot of water. But now I'm gonna stir. And then I'm gonna let this come to a boil. So in a second here, hang on with me. Look at all that. And the beautiful thing about this recipe is that once it's done, that color will be, it will magnify itself. So I'm gonna cover, show the pot. I'm gonna cover the pot now, right? But it's gonna magnify its color. It's gonna get this richer cumin type color. And then I'm gonna bring this up to about medium high. And I'm gonna let it simmer. And then I'm gonna let it boil. I'm gonna drop it down to medium low, which for me on this stove, those stoves do vary. It's gonna be between the 2 and the 3, but I'm gonna simmer it for 25 minutes and then I'll be back to show you what the finished product looks like. We'll see you in just a few minutes. Welcome back to our video, and I just wanna show you what the taco soup is looking like. It is so yummy. I'm gonna go ahead and shut this off. This has been simmering for 25 minutes. I'm just gonna show you guys what it looks like. I'm gonna plate in 1 minute, but I just wanna give you a good look at that food, at those beans and the meat with the diced tomato. Ooh, with the diced tomato. Let me go ahead and get my plate here. And let me show you how I like to go ahead and serve this. I like to bring it close just because that gives me better control of the food. We talk about food safety, and when you're serving food up, that's also a time to make sure that you are being very careful with the food so we're not making too much of a mess. And this is very, very hot. As you see, that steam is coming off of here. So hold on, guys. I'm just gonna give it a little bit of broth so that I can show you, because I wanna show you how to garnish. I think that cooking is wonderful, but then garnishing is also just as fun. You see those beans and that diced tomato. And so I'm just gonna show you because I kind of can't wait. I'm gonna put this off, and make sure you take this off the heat, guys. I'm gonna take it off the heat, and actually I'm gonna leave this off also. But I'm gonna take this off the heat because I want it to stop cooking. Once you have made your food, make sure you take it off the heat. So I like to garnish this a couple ways. I'm gonna show you right now. So what I have here is some chips. Just do a couple chips, and actually we do this usually at the end, but I'll do it now just so you guys can see. And then we have, and you can use all those chips if you like, but I'm not gonna do that. I just wanna give you guys an example of what it actually looks like. I have some 3 cheese Mexican here, but you guys can use whatever you want, right? Oh, let me get it open, there we go. And we're gonna be generous. If you put too much cheese, it's gonna turn into a cheese soup. Okay, so if that's what you want, that's okay. I just wanna let you know that if you put too much cheese in this, it will melt into that broth there, and it will turn into a 3 cheese soup. I'm gonna go ahead and garnish with a couple more chips. I'm gonna go ahead and also say thank you to Daisy Sour Cream. If they need a, if they want to talk to me about a video, they can too, because I want to say thank you to them for one-handed operation of their sour cream. I'm just gonna go around it. Again, if you use too much of the sour cream, you are gonna turn this into a sour cream soup. So I would be careful with that. I'm gonna go ahead and talk to you guys in a minute because I wanna get in and take a really good taste of this food. Try to get everything on there. A little bit of the chips, the sour cream, the cheese. So good, guys. Oh my God. So creamy. The taco seasoning is perfectly balanced. I'm gonna take one more bite because this is really good. I mean, that sour cream, it's like having a taco in a bowl. I want to thank you guys for watching my video. Please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you'll know the next time I post a cooking video or any other video for healthy living with a disability. And thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna go eat. Happy cooking, guys. Bye-bye. If you like this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment on the video and what other recipes you want to see. Also, don't forget to hit that notification button so you'll be notified when the next video drops. Have a great evening, guys, and thank you for watching Healthy Living with a Disability YouTube channel. See you next time.